Hey, what's up everyone? This is Blandon from iRefi Mortgages. Today I'm going to share with you one of the concepts that I talk about a lot with my clients. One of the problems that they start with when they go into investment properties is that they're not too sure where to start, and they start looking at all sorts of properties. They send me a lot of different kind of properties, and this is a very simple criteria to start with. It's called a 3 C's. So what are the 3 C's? I'm going to just draw it out over here. So number one is cash flow. Okay, so what is cash flow? Cash flow is the rental income that you get from the property that you buy. Now, of course, if you have cash flow that covers all of the costs, that's the ideal scenario to be in. But the second most important thing is, obviously, we know is capital gains. So, of course, I am normally gonna favor capital gains over cash flow if I can afford it, because normally if you get 5% increase on the property itself on capital gains is always going to be better than 10% increase on the cash flow, if that makes sense. So what happens is with cash flow and capital gains, they have an inverse relationship. It kind of looks like this. So I'll give you an example. Okay, so we've got cash flow here. Where cash flow is high, capital gains is slightly lower. So to give you an example, maybe a place like this would be Manurewa. Now, where capital gains is high, cash flow is slightly lower. So a good place to sort of have a look is maybe Remuera. Now, the third criteria is actually one of the most important ones, and a lot of clients actually miss out on this. And I actually call this the capital improvement. So what is capital improvement? Long story short is, if you can spend a little bit more money on this investment itself, can you make more money? So to give you an example, if you buy a house and it's quite old, and obviously if you renovate it, you're going to get more cash flow and probably slightly more capital gains as well. So I draw this line over here. Now, for some of you guys who do economics, you'll see this is very much like a supply and demand graph. Now, obviously, this is the equilibrium point where, you know, everything is satisfied. Now, something that has a higher capital improvement, you can create a new equilibrium. So basically, if you spend more money, this will increase, and meaning your cash flow and your capital gains are going to be higher. So to give you a real life example, I've drawn two examples here. Number one is, like, let's say you buy a new build, for example, right? It's a brand new property, and usually they'll utilize the full piece of land. So you've got a house that sort of sits on it right to the edge. Now, if I ask you a question, like, it's not very straight, but what is your opportunity to spend more money and make more money? So keep in mind, it's brand new, it's all renovated. Probably not very much, yeah? Now, if you spend the same amount of money and you bought an older property and it's got maybe a house that's just sort of like located here, and it's got a bit of land on it, what is your opportunity to spend more money to make more money? A lot more, because what you can do is you can subdivide this, you can maybe build a minor dwelling, you can maybe get rid of this house and you can put more houses on it. So the capital improvement in that sense is a lot more. So this is 3 simple criteria to start with when you're looking at investment properties. And of course, if you need some help with this, this is what we can do to help you to look at the numbers. Now, if you want to learn more, click the link below. I've got 2 case studies down below. One is called How You Can Become Mortgage Free 10 to 20 Years Sooner. And the second one is 3 of the most effective property strategies that our clients have used in the past. And we've put together a seminar for that. Talk soon.